In the last mini lesson, we looked at a grab defense in the context of low force options. So someone's grabbing you for some sort of reason that isn't a massive threat to you. What we're going to look at now is a similar concept in grab defense, but in a high force context. So, for example, we're being grabbed because someone's going to try and relocate us to somewhere we don't want to be, i.e. into the back of a van or into an alleyway or somewhere like that. Or maybe they're grabbing us because they're going to start punching us with the other hand in a second. So in that sort of situation, what you'll often find, if I get my partner out here, in grab defenses, so in this case it's a lapel grab, sometimes you'll see like a wrist grab or a neck grab, choke and all this stuff, but ultimately it's this. It's one hand is on me like that, maybe both hands, we'll just look at one for now. And what you'll see in pretty much every self-defense system out there is this same routine concept, which is I deal with this first and then I deal with the person. So I break the grip somehow with some kung fu magic, or I get some magic pressure point on his hand that makes his hand release. Look at this guy's hand. If he really grabs me hard, I can't break that grip. You know, maybe it's just me because I'm so weak, I don't know, but I think most people are going to struggle trying to deal with this, let alone break that grip or collapse the arm or something and then deal with the person with strikes to the head normally. So here's what I'm thinking. Whether this is difficult or not, if the ultimate thing that's going to put this person down, that's going to neutralize this threat, is impact to his head with my palm strikes and elbows and punches and all that stuff, if that's the case, and I can achieve that before I have to deal, without having to deal with this, then why do I have to break that grip? Why am I freeing up? Let's say I could break his grip. Why would I free his hand to have, so now he has both his hands free, and then start to engage him with my strikes? To make it an even fight or something like that? No, you know, why would you do that? In my mind, if I can reach him with my hand, which I can, by the way, which I can, even with somebody who's considerably taller than me with longer arms than me, if I can reach him with, if I can reach his head with my strikes, then I'm going to do that right from the off. Yeah? So bear in mind that in reality this is going to be really dynamic. We're just showing this static sort of thing right now. In reality he's going to be pushing and pulling me, and probably if you grab again, is that hand's going to cock back ready to, you know, hit me. So I've got to act fast on this, really fast, with maximum aggression and preferably lots of forward pressure on him. Yeah. So from here, he grabs me, and I hit him. I can reach him from here. So why would I have to deal with that? You know. And that's all. That's really the main point I want to make. It's just more of a rant than anything. Is that in any sort of grab? So he grabs my wrist. Can I reach him? Yes. I'm using a closed fist shot here. It doesn't have to be. Could be a palm strike. If his head was down, like he was fighting, maybe not that far down, but if you tuck your chin down, you know, if his chin becomes unavailable to me, the point I'm making is I'd use an open hand strike, whatever. But the point is, and if he was really close, so you grab really close, maybe it's an elbow strike instead, because he's at that range. But the point is, I don't have to do my special release, which by the way doesn't work, you'll see, when he doesn't know that he's supposed to let go. I'm not going to do my Karate Kid, break the grip, and then start to strike him. The moment someone grabs me in some violent way, I'm doing my default action, which is impact to the head. And that's what's going to drop him. So the way you can deal with that, the way you can train that, really basic drill, and it's done in in a shot placement format, so nice and slow. It's more of an experiment than an actual sort of full force drill. Is you have a partner, you have your hands up somewhere, he grabs you in some way. You go, he's grabbed me. Look at some strikes from there. Yeah, I can strike him. Put my hands up, he grabs me in some other way. He grabs me. Look what I can do. I can strike him, and always to the head. Because here's the thing. When it comes to making people release grips, yes, there are pressure points on the arm and all sorts of nerve endings like that a lot of people won't even feel anyway. So maybe if you spend years practicing all this, you know, acupuncture type stuff, then maybe you can make people release grips like that. But I tell you something that makes everyone release their grip is unconsciousness. Yeah, If you rock someone hard, either for psychological reasons, because they become more concerned with their own defense now, they will let go because they need their hands to, oh, I better start protecting my head now. Or they just start to go to sleep because you've caused massive trauma to their brain and they start to lose consciousness. And you'll find that people tend to let go when they're asleep. And even if they don't and they're having this sort of seizure-like grip, which can happen as well, then at least they're not a threat anymore, they're just grabbing you. Do you know what I mean? So that's the drill. He grabs me in some way, and I look at what I can do to strike him from there. And do it with a tall person with really long arms, like my partner here. Also, one other last consideration, he grabs both my hands, yeah? And that's a really good grip, and I can't just twist my arm out of it, because if you've got skinny wrists like me, pretty much anyone can grab your wrist in a really solid way. Or maybe he grabs the sleeve itself, and that's really hard to get out of, as any jiu-jitsu person will tell you, yeah? And if he has both my arms then maybe I can't reach his head, which is ideal, but then I have kicks. My legs reach further than my arms, so I'll be able to reach him with those, and I'll start hacking away at his legs until he lets go with one arm, either to hit me or to do whatever, to protect his leg or whatever. And then I'll continue with those strikes, because at the end of the day, the impact to the head is what puts people down. So if you can achieve that without having to break the grip, then please do that and train for it in that way.